Hey, and welcome back to another video on this channel. Jung Tragisch. Back at the NPBA Season 4, Matchday 4 versus 187 or 187 Drampabande. As you could hear already from the pronunciation, he is a fellow German guy in this English league. But yeah, we will try to teach him that we are the better German player, but in the end it comes down to the matchup, the skill, and how it goes, and it's also really likely that he wins, but who knows, since he is currently at the top spot of the league and therefore a really formidable player, and yeah, someone we have to watch out for. This team is going to be hard, but we have our prep, and let's start it off with this Primarina set. We have a physical defensive Primarina with Scald, Moveless, Flip Turn, and Sing. Physical defensive, so it can tank stuff like the Abominable or the Charizard Mega X, and can hit back with Scalds and Moonblasts. Also, Sing can be nice to prevent switch-ins into like the Slowking Galar, in which we can then just Sing and take care of this threat. Next up we have Diancie Mega. Diancie Mega looks really nice here with Diamond, Storm, Moonblast, and Earth Power. It pretty much hits everything. Core Mine setup allows us to claim KOs after a +1 boost. We only have to watch out for the how's it called, Celesteela, since Diamond Storm hits on the physical side, and therefore Core Mind isn't going to boost that, so that Celesteela is most likely going to tank too. But after some chip on Celesteela, Diancie Mega could be a potential win. Then we have Guzzlord with the Expert Belt. Guzzlord has a wide variety of moves it can play. Therefore, I decided on playing a mixed set with Expert Belt, so that with Heavy Slam we are able to KO the Clefairy, even if it is real, which it is 100%. Then we have Fire Blast for the Celesteela, we have Knock Off as overall best stab move, and we have Draco Meteor, since the Dragon switch-ins are better on the physical side than on the special side, therefore special is better here. Then we have Electros with the Assault Vest, with a lot of physical attack investment. It's our main Landorus Eye switch-in, since Sheer Force Landorus Eye is annoying. We have Aqua Tail to hit it back, and with our full attack investment it should hurt. Then we have Thunderbolt for stuff like Starmie or the Celesteela yet again. And then we have U-turn and Knock Off. Knock Off hits this team pretty good, and U-turn for momentum. Then we have Scizor with Leftover special defensive, which is switching into like stuff like the Starmie, the Drampa, and also the Slowking Galar. Of course, Slowking Galar has potentially access to Flamethrower, so we have to be wary of that. But it's our main pivot in Defog this time. We have Defog, Toxic, Knock Off, and U-turn. As you can see, I don't play Roost. I don't know if it's going to bite me in the end, but I just wanted to make this one a bit more quick, and I felt like this time with Scizor I had to play like 5 or 6 moves really to shine, and yeah, I think that Toxic could be valuable, but I also need Knock Off, since otherwise we wouldn't do anything to the Slowking Galar, and I want to punish that Mon. And last but not least, we have Palossand with the Partial Berry. It's our switch it into the Zeraora, but also it can switch into the Starmie as a rapid spin blocker, and if Starmie decides to click Hydro Pump, then Partial Berry activates, we live it easily, and we can hit back with the Shadow Ball. and therefore Starmie is going to take a lot of damage, and maybe this could work, who knows, but yeah, we will see. So also for scores of like Cloaking Galar. Okay, so this is my prep, and we will see you guys I will see you guys in the battle. Okay, here we are in the battle against how's it called, Joshua and his team with the Drampabande, and yeah, we had our opponent decided on bringing Zeraora, Landorus Eye, Clefairy, Army, Stealer, and Cloaking Galar. Pretty much what we expected, or we had prepped for. As for the lead, I was thinking, yeah, maybe Pelosant looks good here since it hits super effectively on 3 of the mons. Also, Clefairy can't really hit it back, and if he decides on leading Landorus Eye, I can switch it into Electros. That's why I led with Pelosant. He decides with Landorus Eye. Oh, I just stayed in once to check what kind of set he is, and gone for the Stealth Rocks. And since he doesn't have the best removal, potentially this Landorus could be defog, but most likely it isn't, and then only Starmie could be the hazard removal, but we have Pelosant. So now we go into Electros, as he decides to go for the Earth Power, and yeah, now I expect a switch out since we are Assault Wisp, which is the most common set on Electros, and Landorus can't really do that much to us. But actually he decides to stay in, click Sludge Wave, we click Knock Off, and get rid of his Life Orb, predicting a switch out, but he didn't. And the problem here is that he still full KOs us here, since this beast with Sheer Force does way too much damage. I go for Aqua Tail here to claim the KO, and of course it's going to miss. That's unfortunate, and Landorus is allowed to live, and now my Electros is pretty much dead, and he still has his Landorus. Yeah, sometimes Pokemon doesn't like you, but happens. Now he's able to click another move again. This time he's going to click Earth Power. Scizor has to be my main switch in, since all other mons are kind of scared of Landorus. Does a lot of damage. I'm going for the Toxic, as I don't really have the best moves to hit it back, and yeah. So here I go for the Knock Off, since I figured that he is now going to switch out, since he has Toxic on him, and he expects my Roost pretty much. And here, so I get rid of the Evilite on Clefairy, and it's his Rocker, but that's fine by me. I just want to heal back my Pelosant. That's why I decided to pivot back into it. He goes for Teleport, and Starmie comes in, and now we have pretty much the prep I was going for in the team builder. He goes for Hydro Pump, thinking it could kill me. It does a lot of damage, so I go for the Shadow Ball, and yeah, it doesn't KO, but almost does. And now I have to switch into Primarina, since I don't want my person to be killed, but he misses his Hydro Pump. Not that it matters at all, since Hydro Pump would have done like 20 max, and we are leftovers. So Primarina has a lot of speed F, so yeah. He decides to go for the Thunderbolt. I go for Moonblast, and Starmie is dead now. Then he goes into the Zeraora, and I'm kind of scared of Substitute or Bulk Up, and therefore I stay in and sack off my Primarina. But as we can see, it's a special Zeraora, which it actually is pretty fucking bad for me, since our main switch it into a special Zero Hour was Electros with the Assault Vest, which is gone, and this also explains why he stays in with Landorus on the Electros, since he wanted to get rid of it with for Zero Aura. Yeah, so we now have a problem on the opponent's side. I go into Mega Diancie, thinking that if it's special, it doesn't have anything to hinder it from Core Mind setuping, and that's why I'm going to click Core Mind. He goes for Wall Switch, does a lot of damage. I go for Core Mind, and yeah, since this Clefairy doesn't have no Evil Light anymore, I can claim a KO with Moonblast now. He's going back into Zero Hour though, and I have to say maybe this was a misplay, since Clefairy was easy setup for them most likely. Potentially it has access to Seismic Toss, but if it didn't, then I could have set up another Core Mind. So Zero Hour is free to click Wall Switch again. It still does 30%, which is a lot. I go for Earth Power here, wanting to get rid of the Zero Hour, but as you can see, he makes a switch into Landorus Eye. We are faster though and kill it with Moonblast. And now Zero Hour comes back in and is able to KO my Mega Diancie, since I can't really... but I go into Percent. Oh yeah, I wanted to prevent the KO on Mega Diancie, since it's faster than Celesteela and Slowking Galar and potentially offers some value then. Therefore I go into Pelosand on the Thunderbolt, and now we can see that he also has Grass Knot, so the Pelosand is a go now. Then I go into Guzzlord, and we already see Thunderbolt, Wall Switch, Grass Knot. At this point my only play is to go into Guzzlord. He seems to have no move for Guzzlord since he is a special, and then we can click Knock Off here and maybe get rid of Celesteela's item or Slowking, and Guzzlord is our main way to get into this game. But as we can see, he also has Play Rough, since he's a mixed set. Play Rough obliterates my Guzzlord, and now I'm pretty much GG, since I don't have any mon that can switch it into Zero Aura. I go back into Scissor. Actually, Scissor could have tanked this Zero Aura quite well, but of course it's the only mon I didn't play Roost on. Therefore, one of the mons that could have checked this kind of Zero Aura has no Roost, and the other mon died turn 3. So yeah, it was pretty much a guaranteed win for him at this point, after my Electros died. And yeah, he was Magnet all along, who's sad though, and yeah, at this point I lost to Zero Aura. Yeah, I don't know if it would have been another match if the Aqua Tail hit on Landorus, since we could have had more HP on Scissor and Electros would have lived, but he is faster than Electros though, so even if the Aqua Tail hit, then Electros would have had like 32%, then Play Rough would have most likely killed. And yeah, I don't know, we can't say for sure. In the end, Special Zero was something I didn't really prep for that much. We had our options, but our options died way too early, and yeah, that's the game. So he won 3-0, and GG to him. Was a fun one though, even if we got obliterated by the Zero Hour. I think it was still a strong battle and a quick one, which I quite like. So see you guys.